Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm in the Essex Olympian League. I think watching Manford Way against Lee Ramblers. I'm at the London Marathon sports fields. There was a tweet this morning to say the game was on at 2:30. The main pitch seems to be over there. This game that I'm watching, and which is currently half-time, kicked off at 2 o'clock. Am I watching the actual game that I came to watch, or am I just watching something else? I have no idea. There's a bunch of players who did some fearsome drills before this game that I'm watching started, running around the pitch 4 or 5 times. It took one of them out completely, so I've no idea who they are. It's all very well going to these county leagues and senior leagues that I've attempted to do this season, but there are occasions, and this is at least the 4th time that it's happened, when you either turn up and there's nothing there, or you're never sure if you're watching what you're supposed to be watching. There is a bouncy castle, some kind of burger place, and the treat stop, which seems to be selling donuts, which probably have my name on it, to be fair, and I'm going over there in a minute, with a handful of people milling around and a bouncy castle, and I have no idea what that's all about either. Every now and again music pumps out, and that's as far as it goes. I came to Fairlop station, which is on the central line from London, and it's about a 5 or 10 minute walk, I suppose. But I'm walking now to what looks like the official pitch here, which is railed off. It's quite big, so let's have a little walk around that, but I don't know why it's not taking place on here. There's no dugouts here. It's all a very strange setup, to be honest with you, although the game that I've been watching over there, although it's not going to win any awards for standard of the year, hasn't been at all bad. I'm just grateful to be watching anything, quite frankly. I had yet another depressing morning watching Twitter and matches off here, there and everywhere, reading a tweet that Northwich Victoria and yet again have something like their 23rd match of the season postponed. They haven't got their next game for another 3 weeks and still haven't yet reached halfway through the fixtures that they're supposed to be playing. There's nothing wrong with the pitches here. There's the odd puddle, which tends to be off the pitch, like in this dugout area here, and by the touchline there, but there's no reason at all why you couldn't play on this surface. By the looks of it, there's a little bit of standing water actually, which I'm just walking past there, and maybe the fixture I'm watching has changed pitches because of that. Maybe when I get back and look on the internet I will find out. So we had snow last week, which was why there was no video, and for the first time in my living memory, I'd actually given up on the Monday before even bothering to look, because I knew what was coming. I knew there was just going to be no point whatsoever in going and trying to find a game. I think at the end I saw there was about 2 or 3 off down on the south coast, but the trains weren't running, so I never would have got there anyway. So I've been to nothing since Billericay, and here I am today in deepest Essex, with the teams looking like they're coming back out for the second half. The referee has a walrus moustache. There's that golfer, wasn't it? I can't think of what his name was. Big American guy. The moustache looks like his. There's been a couple of fierce arguments over the referees, the linesman, which is just substitutes holding a flag and looking most displeased about it. You never ever go and see a match in Essex at any level without there being a couple of fierce arguments. It is balmy warm this afternoon. After the bitter cold of recent weeks, it's muggy. It's only about 10 degrees, I believe, but it just feels tropical warm. This is Manford Way, looking back at it, at the clubhouse over there. It's in a little industrial area. I walked past a place where there was a rugby field as well, and I'm walking up the far side with the wind blasting in the face, but as I say, it's not a cold wind. When I came through Barkingside station, which is the station before Fairlop, there's a ground right next to that. Maybe that's Barkingside, which is another ground I've never done actually, so made a mental note of that one. Very, very easy to get to. It is horrifically muddy here, and pitch, which looked terrific from that far side. Doesn't look quite so clever here, although probably playable. But the one that they're using, and it's just kicked off the second half over there, there's nothing wrong with it at all. No standing water. Bounce has been perfectly normal. Well, it's been a reasonable game, 1-1 at half time. There's a few dodgy looking players, and I'd say that with the greatest respect, because I don't think I'd last more than 5 minutes. Who look completely exhausted. A couple of them look quite elderly in comparison to most footballers, you see, so it's been unusual. But overall, I'm just happy to be here. See, the clubhouse over there looks a bit like a school. These are the other guys I was talking about who look a lot fitter than the match I'm playing. I would love to know what's going on and what I'm watching. The joys of non-league grounds hopping. Next season I will be going back to doing conventional leagues, and I'm almost looking forward to it. It's been an experiment this year with doing as many county leagues as I can. I've been to some couple of cracking spots, lovely games, but I've also had my fair share of hardships. But this is Manford Way Football Club. Hopefully, just a bit of live action whilst we're watching here. Shot there is blocked, and away it's cleared. But don't take my word for it. Why don't you come and watch a game? And I would love to know and hear what you thought about it. Please link me to any video that you do, or just tweet me at YT40 and tell me where you're going or where you'd like me to go and have a walk round at some point. I'd be more than happy to try and do that if I'm at all able to get there. If you've enjoyed this video, then please click on like. If you haven't enjoyed the video and thought it's been a complete waste of time, click on dislike, and then at least I know. It's not going to stop me, but at least I know what you think. If you want these videos, and I'll try and do them as often as I can, to come straight through to your YouTube feed, then click on subscribe, and that's what will happen. And if you click the little bell, the clouds will part, the sun will come out, you too will have balmy warm weather. Go on, give it a go. Anyway, thanks for watching, and this is Manford Way Football Club.